featuring Anne-Marie Duggan looking for her 4th title of the year and Cheryl Daniels looking for her 1st. We'll be back in a moment.
If you like...
You going to ball game?
There's a dive. Long gone. Keep an eye on this one. It is long gone.
Get in the swing of summer with Pat.
The game's on. Rafael Palmeiro and the Orioles battle the Tigers bats. Tonight at 7:30, the game's on Pass.
Baseball, it's just a game as simple as a ball and bat, and yet as complex as the American spirit it symbolizes. It's a sport, a business, and sometimes almost religion. This is a game for America, this baseball, a game for boys and for men.
Ernie Harwell on baseball. Wednesday after the Tigers on Pass Primetime.
Across the nation, competing in different cities, hoping to take it to Reno for the Grand Championship. The ABC World Team Bowling Challenge. Catch it on Prime.
Well, one meeting two. Cheryl Daniels, the top qualifier this week, taking on Anne-Marie Duggan. I guess that's the way it ought to be. Cheryl out of Detroit, Michigan, looking for her 6th career title. Her 2nd straight TV appearance. And starting off by leaving that 10 pin, that pesky 10.
Been out there a lot on lane 29 especially.
It's the 14th year for Cheryl Daniels on tour. 5 career titles. Her last one came in the '92 Central Florida Classic.
Cheryl uses all the lane, changes to that harder surface ball. Since she's using that harder ball, she does not choose to break her wrist. She still goes through her normal release.
Anne-Marie's been in the winner's circle quite a bit this year. Good turnaround year for her. I mean, this is her 9th year on tour, and this is by far her best year.
HC lane 30 is definitely the better of the two as she comes up high on that lane. She had all strikes on that lane prior to the break.
3-6-10. So a mess to start for Anne-Marie. 3-6-7, excuse me.
She'll give this one a run. She needs to get the ball to the right of the 3 pin and send the 3 pin over into the 7. The ball will take out the 6.
Oh, boy, just missed the 7. Nice try. Now you see, Daniels has been in command pretty much throughout in this week here in Arlington.
And you see, I mentioned that Anne-Marie barely made the cut. As a matter of fact, with 3 games to go, she wasn't in it and shot 250, 230, 220 to make it in.
Boy, she really came on strong. And finishing up in the number 2 spot in the position round, she lost to Cheryl Daniels, 257 to 226. Much better effort there. So after an open frame in the first, Anne-Marie comes back with a strike in the second.
Only a 209 average on this pair for Cheryl. But the players have not been averaging what they did throughout the week here, so it could be better for her.
Pretty good start. Spare strike for Cheryl Daniels.
Cheryl's made a lot of changes. She's gone to 5-step. She's actually dropping the ball before she starts right there. She's trying to get a little bit more leverage. She wants that arm swing to be looser. She's trying, see, it looks kind of nice and relaxed there. She's got a fairly high backswing, trying to get more leverage through the ball, get it down the lane farther. She's trying to snap through quick, get more benefit out of these new resin equipment.
Boy, a double for Cheryl Daniels. Coming on strong here, looking for her 1st title since '92.
There's that great record, 865 of Anne-Marie's. Incredible 300, 300, 265.
And again, that pesky 10 pin. Well, I heard you had an 898 series this week.
In Pro-Ams, it's a 9-pin no tap. That means 9 pins counts as a strike.
Well, it's still nice.
We'd all like to bowl that way all week.
No kidding, wouldn't we?
You know, that record of Anne Marie's actually broke Jeannie Maiden Nacarato's record of 864. And Jeannie has not been around the last couple of weeks. Her mother recently passed away, and the staff and the players would like to extend sympathy to her family.
Anne Marie trying to get back on track now after that open in the first frame, trailing by 21. Still a long way to go in this match.
Right now she's trying to just focus on each shot because she realizes she's very close to winning her 4th title of the year.
Good ball.
Three good shots, so she appears to be back online. That first shot was kind of just a fluke.
See, twice she defeated Anne Marie at 216 to 212 during the tournament. The other was the position round. Oh, looking for 3 in a row, and again the 10-pin.
That ball again not quite finishing. Thought finished much harder on the 2 strikes she carried. You see she's way over to the left.
Whoop. Oh boy, throws it in the channel. So a mistake there for Cheryl, letting Anne Marie right back in the match.
She actually slipped. Watch her foot slide out there. She leaned to the right and let that ball way out to the right. Had no chance.
And knew it right away.
And there she's looking down at the approach. The players were sliding a little bit earlier, and they took care of it, but she must have hit a slippery spot.
That comes back with a strike.
Professional comeback.
Yeah, Lenny Getzler, our Director of Public Relations, doing a good job here, as always. Well, the lead now just 8 for Cheryl Daniels after that open frame in the 4th. And Anne Marie can take a lead here with another strike. And again, the 10-pin. Boy, after a while, these bowlers must feel like there's some glue underneath that 10-pin.
You know, the oil is carrying down the lane, and the balls are going longer and longer, and they're just not getting that hit drive through to take out the 10-pin. Anne Marie is one who does break her wrist back. She does not change equipment and throws it straight at the 10-pin.
And a good example of the tip we saw earlier. Well, when you see that many 10-pins, do you adjust yourself, or do you just keep saying to yourself, well, I'm going to keep throwing it in the pocket, and eventually it'll carry?
I think it depends on how close the match is and how the other player appears to be lined up. Cheryl is striking. She missed that one spare. I think Anne Marie's going to try and make a move on lane 30 to try and carry the 10.
And again, cannot find the target there. And leaves the 4-8.
And again, she just didn't look real solid at the line, not real aggressive. I don't know if she's having a little trouble with her footing or not, but she didn't appear to be solid underneath, have her legs solid underneath her on that shot.
So we'll step aside at the halfway point of this match. Cheryl Daniels has a 10-point lead. We'll be back with the championship match in a moment.
The BBC, Turner Broadcasting, and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. The gripping, award-winning nature video series that exposes the struggle to survive through uncensored, shocking photography. Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for a close encounter with raw nature. See the thrill of the hunt and the strategy of the kill, the relentless drive to continue the bloodline, and the miracle of birth. Call now and receive Hunting and Escaping for $9.99 and see why the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. If it captures your interest, you can get other videos about every other month. Each tape explores the harsh realities of survival in the animal world. Take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. Call now to order Hunting and Escaping and find out why we call them animals.
To order your Trials of Life, call 1-800-522-5333 or send $9.99 plus $3.23 shipping and handling to the address shown on your screen. Fun in the sun? You bet. But there's no shovels and pails here. Just all out, non-stop. Sand, blast, and excitement. The WPVA Volleyball Tour. Serving it up on Prime. From the stars of the game to the strokes of the Masters, Tennis Television has it all, including private lessons and the Tennis Lover's Vacation Guide. Join Brad Holbrook on Tennis Television every week on Prime.
There's some tournament stats from the Arlington Heights Open. 66 bowlers began the week. You had to average just over 200 to cash, and to make the match play 202.72, and to make the TV show you had to average better than 213 this week.
And we'll be coming to Hammond, Indiana on June 5th. We'll have our Pro-Ams that we were talking about, that 9-pin no-tap Pro-Am. They're a lot of fun. And then we'll be in Huntsville, Alabama in the Rocket City Challenge on June 12th. Come on out and join us.
Should be a lot of fun. The ladies getting next week off, and then on to Hammond, Indiana. Cheryl would like to go into that open week with the win. Native of Detroit, as you saw, inducted into Michigan's Hall of Fame, and a strike for Cheryl Daniels. So that's a double to open up a 20-pin lead.
Cheryl's getting very good pin action out there. She could increase the lead to 30 right here with another strike.
Boy, this one would be huge. Good ball. Oh, a little high. Just a little bit high.
Good shot, though. Just came up just that little bit. She didn't get that out quite as far as she had been. Ball finishing a little high on the head pin. She'll take just the 4-pin at this point. She's only got one title. As a matter of fact, from the top seed, last year she was top seed 3 times and lost all 3. I talked to her about that, and she said that she's got a new approach. It's a new year, and she's just going out there trying to put less pressure on herself and have a good time and enjoy yourself.
Good idea to have a new approach when you've lost 3 straight. The old approach wasn't working. Well, she's letting Anne-Marie kind of hang around, and Anne-Marie is going to try to take advantage of that.
She did make a move on that lane. She kept that ball in a lot tighter. She didn't get it out as far as she was, and she was able to carry the 10-pin.
Look at her impressive record on TV. And Anne-Marie has won 8 straight. Her 9th straight would make it her 4th title of the year. She can cut the lead to 9 with a strike here. And crosses over on the Brooklyn side. Now she's got a problem. The 3-9-10.
Set that ball very short. Anne-Marie usually gets it well out on the lane. That ball only out about 18 inches onto the lane. Started hooking very early.
How do you make this?
She's got to get the ball to the right of the 3-pin. The ball will hook and take out the 9 and 10.
Just couldn't get the 9, though. That's a very tough shot.
I thought she had that covered with the amount of revolution she puts on that ball. It should have driven through. It deflected just a little bit too much off the 3-pin, so it wasn't able to take out the 9.
Big open frame there in the 8th. And Cheryl Daniels smelling victory with a strike in the 8th.
And one of those 5 titles in those 14 years. As a matter of fact, she has 1 title from each seed, number 1 through 5.
Last week, she finished 5th at Omaha. Can expand her lead to 41. And does.
Well, by the pin carry she's getting right now, I believe she is getting the optimum benefit out of that new resin. The changes she's making are really paying off.
Anne-Marie just trying to stay in it somehow mathematically. Well, Anne-Marie, though, what a year she's having. She can afford to spread the wealth a little bit.
She's doing incredible. It's hard to believe we're just barely over halfway through this season, and the numbers she's racked up already are phenomenal.
So this pair in the ninth. A 185 possible now for Anne-Marie. And you see the scoreboard. Cheryl Daniels taking command after that open frame on the split from Anne-Marie in the 8th frame. And again the 10 pin. Boy, we sound like we're repeating ourselves, but we have seen a lot of those here today.
Anne-Marie's made some very good shots. Hasn't carried, but you know, like she told me earlier, she had to make changes earlier to carry. It's sometimes hard to figure out in just 1 or 2 games out here under TV lights.
Well, you cannot win them all. This is her 5th time on TV this year. She has won 3 titles this year. She's trying to make it 4 out of 5 with today's performance. But the second place check of $4,500 will push her 94 career earnings up over $56,000. So Cheryl Daniels, 1992. Must seem like a lifetime ago to her. Now she's going to have, to her credit, the Arlington Heights Open title. The long drought is over for you, Cheryl.
I think she's saying, I can't believe it. Well, there's a smile.
Now, Cheryl Daniels was in command pretty much throughout the week here in Chicago, and in command here again. And a good way to finish. Great finish. So Cheryl Daniels wins for the first time since 1992. 215 to 174 in the final over Anne-Marie Duggan. Crowd here at Arlington Heights appreciating the effort of Cheryl Daniels all week and picking up her 6th career title. We'll talk to Cheryl when we come back to Arlington Heights Lanes in just a moment.
The International Eliminator is coming. Never in the history of bowling has a tournament offered a 3 out of 4 payout and a $100,000 first place prize. Sam's Town in Las Vegas is the place to be for this scratch tournament, where the entire prize list is guaranteed by Sam's Town Hotel, Gambling Hall, and Bowling Centers. The Eliminator is open to amateur bowlers from all over the world, and the finals of this prestigious event will be nationally televised. For entry blanks and information on this unique event, call now. 1-800-VEGAS-95.
At Sam's Town, some people just can't seem to wait. You know the type. They shake, rattle, and poke at presents.
George, what are you doing?
Peek into closets and under beds.
George, you're embarrassing me.
And we'll go to great lengths for a sneak preview.
That's it. You're on your own.
For those of you who have more patience than George, we're pleased to tell you the grandest Sam's Town opening in our history is right around the corner.
Just a minute, honey. Honey? Oh.
Take a new look at the Old West. Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall, Las Vegas.
Still going to your full commission broker? Even though your best interest may be overshadowed by a hunger for commissions, unwanted sales pressure, and biased information. If so, there is a way out. Trade up to Schwab. At Charles Schwab, our brokers don't work on commission, so the information you get is always unbiased and totally free of sales pressure. And at Schwab, you'll enjoy low commissions, too.
For a better way to trade, trade up to Schwab.
The championship round finals of the Arlington Heights Open are being brought to you by Ebonite International, where advanced technology has striking results. There she is, your champion, Cheryl Daniels. First-time winner for her since 1992, and with it the check of $9,000. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Arlington Heights Lanes. Cheryl, must feel mighty nice. 1992, the last time you were in the winner's circle, and here you are today. You must have had the feeling that, man, will I ever win again?
You know, I did. You do. When you go a couple of years like that, you wonder, you know, how much longer. And so I just tried to stay positive. I started out the beginning of the winter kind of weak, really. And so I went home, I made some changes, and, you know, it's really starting to pay off.
Well, your last 2 weeks have been terrific. A fifth-place finish last week, and now the first-place finish here. Obviously, those changes are paying off.
Yeah, they are, and I'm just going to stay positive, you know.
Well, you should stay positive with the win here today, and Mike Schmidt is on hand to present you the winner's check of $9,000.
Cheryl, congratulations on a great victory, and it's been wonderful having you here. You've been to our regionals, and you've done a wonderful job, and now you've taken a national title from the tournament, and we love having you here.
Well, thank you, Mike and Jim. The proprietors here, the staff, and everybody have been so great to us all week long. The fans have been really nice, and I'm looking forward to coming back again.
Not only the check, but the trophy from Jim Jensen.
Congratulations, Cheryl. On behalf of Arlington Heights Lanes, I'd like to present you this trophy as our winner.
Well, thank you, Jim.
You got a lot of stuff to carry here. Well, that's terrific stuff. I must ask you, you're going up against Anne-Marie Duggan in the finals, and she's the hottest bowler on tour this year. What were your thoughts going into that final match?
Well, Anne-Marie never gives up, and I've had pretty bad success against her on TV, and I know if you give her an opportunity, she will take advantage of it. So I just tried to be as aggressive as I could, and, you know, it just, you know, it worked this time. You know, I got lined up, and it worked.
It really did work, and I know Jan has a lot of questions for you as well. We'll have those questions and more with our champion, Cheryl Daniels, here from Arlington Heights in just a moment.
You can start losing up to 10.
Brought to you by Hammer. In match number 1, the 1980s Bowler of the Decade